Hello everybody and welcome to another beautiful day of the Global Speedrun Association stream. Today we've got a first race being a Super Mario 70 star showdown between SuperViper and benjii, both players with high 49s. benjii 4353 today, a 1 second PB, definitely on his A game right now. SuperViper known for being really consistent and putting in a lot of surprises in the tournament so far, and he's got a 49.51. Really close PB gap, and it could really go either way. And today we have Cheese, the man himself, joining in the call for commentary. How are you doing, bub?
Am I late?
Not really, no.
Okay, I just came home. I am ready to commentate, okay?
Nice.
Here, and I said, why not? Just give it a shot. So we have benjii and SuperViper.
Yeah.
Two great runners.
It's gonna be a hot
two great racers, two consistent racers. I think both benjii and SuperViper have been extremely consistent pretty much all the way through this tournament, and SuperViper with the previous tournaments as well. I think he was a part of a few others.
Yeah, SuperViper taking out a couple of surprise names such as Para in the 120, and I mean, I guess this is a big sim, but Luigi in that one. And I think he did even better than expected in some other tournament GSA had. I can't remember which one. But yeah.
Yeah, he pretty much always does better than expected. But that that's the thing, right? So tournaments brings out that it really shows who's the better overall runner.
It's a different skill set.
Yeah, consistency, mindset, and playing on the nerves, it's all part of it. But in saying that, I don't know if there's a clear-cut winner here. I can't say who's a favorite because they're both very, very equal in skill. They're both consistent. So this is either going to be a really close race or a blowout. I feel like it's going to be either or.
I'd actually be surprised if it was a blowout. I don't think SuperViper is the type to really get blown out at all. You have to play pretty well to beat him. Maybe if benjii got another 49, it could be a blowout. But I don't see SuperViper getting a 53 or 54.
Yeah, but and you never know what can happen in Tippy, for example.
Exactly.
Somebody shuts down at least 2 minutes.
Yeah, in a way, I would want to edge it to SuperViper in terms of experience. He's done a lot of tournaments. He's got really good, I guess a history of races and probably that kind of mentality of knowing what to do, staying calm under pressure, and being able to execute. Whereas benjii, he's probably really confident today, coming off of a quick little PB, his second ever 49 today, and he's probably just kind of ready to go. He's firing on all his cylinders, where SuperViper has probably not been playing as much as of late. I don't really know, but benjii might be able to top him in current form.
SuperViper has definitely been playing a lot recently, but
oh really?
But benjii too. So yeah, again, it's an equal battle right now, and also benjii beating Paracusia, which is a big one for him, probably feeling even more confident on that. So we'll see what happens. Excited.
Yeah, and we are just getting the final ready up from the runners, and we're going to get the countdown from Steve Boreal himself. Now, I believe this is a quarterfinal. Let me check the bracket real quick. Yeah, this is the quarterfinal, and the winner will go on to play Punkay. So maybe a bit of a sore spot for the co-commentator here, but it only gets harder if you do manage to win this game.
That's true. Against Punkay, and Punkay was very strong in his race against me last night. 49, mid 49 he got. But in saying that, one mistake that Punkay could make, at near the ending or wherever, and
yeah,
because for a top runner to get a mid 50 or even a 51, for example, is very common as well. So if a player like SuperViper maybe were to pull off a low 50 or something like that, they could still very potentially win.
Yeah.
So it's anyone's game.
Huge upset potential with anyone close to the top level.
Yep.
And Super Viper and Benji coming in through the intro, all synced up now. I imagine we're probably going to see kind of the standard strats come out. I don't think any of them go for anything crazy, at least not that I've seen them do. At least Super Viper, you know, we know him for the very consistent strats. Benji might go a bit harder, but overall we'll probably see most of the same things. In terms of routing, I don't think Benji does HMC late, but I haven't asked.
Not 100% sure, but Benji using Japanese version.
Actually, let me check his like recent PB.
Yeah,
which is today.
But he is using Japanese version. Japanese version is 3 seconds slower for a 70 star. You know, in some instances, it could have been the difference. I think Drogi versus Shan's, Drogi was using Japanese version, and it probably costed him the win there because I believe he lost by a second. But yeah, you know, it's the same thing. Some players play on emulator. You know, it's all about. At the end of the day, if you play better and make less mistakes, you're gonna win. So that's all you gotta focus on, really.
Yep. Yeah, in Benji's PB, he did not do HMC late, so probably will not see it today either.
Right.
And both of them going for the Womps 9, saving a pretty easy second. Any prediction for the side time? Maybe 12.6?
So double 12.7. Double 12.7.
I'm gonna say 12.8 Super Viper.
Oh no!
Oh, Benji, hot. Super Viper with that 12.8. So
well, we were right initially.
The average, he's like you got the average right. I mean, I guess Super Viper is 12.8, but I guess like 12.7 for Benji as well. So pretty small lead, but mostly from the intro, like if anything. Putting the Womps here, we'll kind of see the star order. Will they go for 100 coin first? That's kind of my personal preference, but it is pretty common to see maybe a Canlist out of the way or Canlist and Owlist before that. Benji is going for Canlist.
In One Fortress, it's like, One Fortress is always, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter which stars you go first. I mean, some people prefer certain stars, but at the end of the day, you have to do all the stars anyway. There's no going around it, you know. I tend to think that, you know, instead of prioritizing certain stars first, just not to think about it, because you spend so much time thinking about, oh, which star should I go first? Instead of, you know, wasting that energy, just be like, you know, it doesn't matter. Let's just go for all the stars and play well, because I think that's the best thing to focus on at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is kind of just like whatever stresses you out the most is usually what people choose to go for. Also, I wanted to ask, like, if you saw at the beginning, Benji did kind of like the clip where you like brush the fence and do like a double jump type. I don't know if that was intentional or if he just jumped out of the tree too low. But like I know like Yuramofu, aka Minami, he's done that in like 16-star runs.
Yeah, that is actually.
So I wonder if Benji did that on purpose.
The clip is actually slower. Fun fact. And Punkei used to do it. I'm not sure if he still does it, but people do that strat because apparently it's a lot more consistent to actually get the double jump clip on the stairs, which essentially makes the movement more consistent. I don't know if it's confirmed. That's what everybody says. But it actually is about 0.2 seconds slower to do it that way. So that's why you won't see like most top runners do it, because they want to save the extra time. But some players just prefer the consistency.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, stuff I would have never known. So thanks for providing that info. Benji wrapping up a pretty clean 100 coin in the meantime. You know, nothing to actually like go crazy over. He just keeps rolling along. Super Viper. Whoa! Did not get that ledge grab. Second try looks like a pretty good spot. We'll see if he can actually grab the star here. No, okay. I take it back. Super Viper, about a 8-9 second mistake here to miss Canonless. Has to get Wild Bluest back up.
It's always the worst feeling to miss Canless with the most consistent setup.
Yeah.
Benji looking strong though. I didn't notice any mistakes from him so far.
Nope, he's off to a really clean beginning. Super Viper does not really make any mistakes other than missing Canless.
Oh
He
my
cannot
gosh,
grab
okay.
this ledge though. Plank push. No, this doesn't work. We're gonna have some issues, but it
They
does.
say that the plank push is a 100% consistency, which I personally have only ever missed it once in my life by doing plank push, and I think I messed up the setup too. So I could confirm that plank push is, if you want to go full 100% safe, that's the way to go. Gonna lose quite a bit of time, but consistent.
Yeah. What does he lose? Like 1 to 2 seconds?
Yeah, to the old setup, which would be about 4 seconds or so to texture setup.
Yeah,
So it's
probably.
like, do you want to miss Canalus, or do you want to get a first try but lose 4 seconds? It's all up to the runner.
Yeah, it's almost like going for the owl instead of attempting owless. It's like 4 seconds saved if you get it, but only like, or like it loses like twice that amount if you miss it. So like, it is kind of like an even trade-off. So is it really worth it? Maybe. All right, Super Viper wrapping up his womps a little bit behind Benji, but nothing too serious early on in this game. A lot of time to catch up still, even going in the basement. Like, it's almost a non-existent lead by the time you start considering upstairs and Tippy.
Yeah, Benji with a really slow beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and guess a 12.7 with this one. If he gets double
Alright.
12.6,
I'm gonna say 12.9. That turnaround looked a bit slow. To what he'll get. Okay, 12.7. I was mistaken.
Yeah, man, the master here. It's more to do with the not the turnaround, but how you
land,
bump
like
into the
kind of
wall
bump you
at
get.
the end. Yeah, because if you bump early, then you lose your speed, and that's what really, like what Viper just did. He lost a little bit of speed, so that's why he got a 13. So he had to hold back a lot, which made him lose his speed and get a late bump.
Oh, Benji missing
Benji.
the twins.
Missing
Gonna be losing about
the twins.
3-4 seconds, having to get those at the end. Also, not able to do a really good ending. The rollout over the switch.
Are they all called twins, or are they just the first two?
I don't know. People call. I mean, there's like I guess there's 4 pairs of twins, but you know it. I hear like Pity always just call them the twins.
The twinsies. Alright, so SuperViper could catch up a little bit, a few seconds there. Benji also looked a bit nervous at the ending there. He didn't want to. Took it nice and slow. He didn't want to mess up the star grab. Still a decent lead though. About.
Missing the star. Super Viper gonna be losing that potential time save.
There we go. Just what Benji was afraid of. SuperViper pretty much did what he was afraid of. So lost the time that he saved, but again, not too far behind.
Yeah. Dark World could change that though. If someone dies, it is a massive time loss, depending if you die near the end or the beginning, but still nothing you want to happen. Benji going pretty safe on these elevators, looking to get a nice clean shig cycle. Amps being pretty nice as well, nothing to change his course.
Interesting, doing the
poverty route. Ooh, barely missed that one.
Yeah.
Hey, that's nice, pretty clean from Benji.
Yep. So far, so good. I mean, you know, it's just keeping a straight head, not trying anything too fancy.
Yeah.
Both solid so far.
Yep, good poverty shig from Super Viper. Also, gonna grab that coin Goomba, not gonna be a problem either. And it's nice to see both players get through Dark World unscathed. Side foot ball kick from Super Viper. Apparently saves a bit of time over non-double firsties, but it seems a bit difficult. I haven't really tried it though.
Yeah, it's a Simply strat. Well, Simply used to do it all the time, but since double firsties became a thing that was kind of regular, he started learning that. But it is a bit faster, yeah. Probably a better way to do it than not firsties or just the long jumps. Okay, so Benji with a solid sub 10 Dark World time. I mean, very impressive. I mean, for a 49 player, a sub 10 is what you want to get. It's a good range. It's, you know, easy PB pace, easy solid pace in general, especially for a race.
Yeah.
So So let's see if they do the same route. So I'm still not sure. I think Super Viper does double pillarless.
Benji hitting the bottom of the island here, rolling out into the star. Gonna do like a long jump of some sort. Gonna miss the star. Super Viper not going for the fast speed kick into the box. Bit safer, but not a whole lot slower anyway. It's mostly about the flying that gains or loses time.
Right. The star is actually very complicated. Mechanics in flying and I guess you could say speed mechanics in Mario. It's very, very hard to understand. I still don't fully understand it after 4 years. But you get a feel for how to develop speed in certain situations, and you go with it. All right, so we'll see after CCM if they're.
Oh, Benji, missing ball kicks will work here. Not to cut you off, but just a small time loss having to back it up. Oh, nobody's ground pounded off of the top platform. Pausing in a bit of frustration here.
Oh man!
Wow!
Can't help it.
Super Viper making up a good bit of time, even by doing the safe strat.
I could see. You could see, you know, when you make a little mistake and you get this instant feeling of like nerves through your body because you don't expect to make a mistake, and when you do, you kind of freak out for a second, and that causes you to make another small mistake, and that seems to be what happened to Benji.
Yeah, really unfortunate.
Very easy to do that in the game too.
Super Viper also choosing to save the penguin now. I think they'll both do a CCM 17, no penguin race coming out today, but if they do subsiding away on its own, then yeah, they will be doing 18 and probably an HMC late.
So Viper has seemed to have gained a little bit of a lead. Oh no, Benji's doing CCM 18. Okay. A little bit scary. Only because if Benji misses too much coins in 100 coin, it's an immediate 1 minute time loss.
Yeah.
But I think I actually remember him saying now that he mentioned in his last race that he's very comfortable with this route and he's most familiar with it and he wants to stick with it. So
okay,
it's all up to him. But Super Viper doing the same thing. Also CCM 18, it seems like. So okay, spicy. I guess they kind of came to a gentleman's agreement on doing the same route.
I don't think so, but could be just by chance. Yeah, I would respect it if they actually did come to an agreement here. We'll see if either of them want to take the safety red. If they're not feeling too confident on the side, only having 1 coin to miss. Benji doesn't need... Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, we're going for it. I mean, it's a good decision.
I mean, not to pick on you again, but in that race versus... I even forget who it was now. I think it was...
It was against...
Was it like Poke?
Yes, Poke it was.
Okay, yeah. That was a bit crazy.
Yeah, we both messed up CCM 100, yeah. That was crazy. But yeah, I mean, personally, I would opt for CCM 17 instead because CCM 17 is faster in general and more safe, and you don't have to worry about a safety coin. Well, you know, it's easier not to opt for safety coin, and it just saves a lot more time overall. But I mean, whatever you're comfortable with is what I always say too.
Benji also not trying to rush the penguin, letting him go all the way by. Super Viper as well, not even trying to go over the penguin.
Benji.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah. You can never relax, even like... You think the star is over, but that could have been a massive time loss. The whole 100 coin slide gone. But we're good.
Wow. Instant heart race.
Definitely showing up for Benji and TCM. It's kind of a slow stage, something that people at his level are probably pretty consistent at. So making like it's kind of big mistake in Malkis will work, and almost making that happen. He's probably feeling a bit nervous now. Maybe he can settle down in BB-8s before heading into basement, because basement will punish you a lot more heavily. Benji types CCM WTF in the Discord. Bit confused, nervous.
Also, Super Viper with the bomb coming out of CCM. Seems as though every time Super Viper has a lead, he always makes another little mistake, which tends to be the trend in most races that we see in this tournament. Every time somebody makes a mistake, the other person just follows up with another one. ruining their chance to get past them.
I almost feel like a psychic connection that, you know, they feel the other runners like mistakes and it goes
They
with
get freaked out.
their own game. Benji here with a nice fence kick right into the door, no time wasted. Hit up to the big boo, Super Viper as well. Benji almost bonking on the wall, but managing to avoid it. Super Viper not opting for the long jump kind of kill either. Getting that pretty easy punch for the second hit.
So Benji with a 16:09 fade out, and Viper with a 16:15. Only 6 seconds apart right now. So from Dark World to now, Super Viper definitely gained, probably cut the time in half that he was behind,
Yeah.
more or less. So basement, this is you know, basement is always. Well, you know, it's a scary part, but I think in 70 star, especially upstairs and Tippy are arguably harder than basement. For most people,
Yeah, it's
say
definitely
that.
the 120 star basement, which is like
Yeah, the monk of all S's.
It's demonic, even like some of the stuff you got to do.
Yeah, definitely 70 stars a little bit more. I mean, LLL is a little tough because, you know, just the mere fact that you do 6 stars and one of them lava boost, especially scary, but still not nearly as bad as TTC or TTM or Wedge. Even Wedge World can be tough because of all.
I don't want to cut you off, but Benji got a nice plus and Super Viper with a big bomb as well, trying to get off to a clean start in his basement. A couple extra jumps, but he's in there. Really good to see. No one taking any kills.
Good start so far.
And back to what you're saying about LLL, you know, wouldn't you say that like isn't that kind of like one of the easier stages for you, or like what was your opinion on that? I guess just in general. I guess like in 120, it's like probably a bit easier than in 70, but
yes, LLL generally is one of the easiest stages, but I think it's because how the 70 star route works out, where you do basically half the stars in SSL and agency than you do in LLL. It automatically makes LLL more complicated because it's, you know, twice the amount. So it's
there's a lot more opportunity to lose time.
Yeah. But yeah, both these players so far, great. I mean, no mistakes. Very, very solid basement so far. You know, it comes back to what I said before the race. Both of these players are known to be consistent racers, and it's showing, you know, right behind each other. No huge mistakes in the run so far, a few small ones. And, well, here we go, LLL. So it's one of the destroyers in 70 star. So we'll see how it goes.
Benji looking to take care of the volcano, get that out of the way immediately. What's he going to go for? Elevator tour? Super Viper going for red hot log rolling, but Benji with that big triple jump and side flip into the pole. It's a nice angle, good execution on that star.
Beautiful.
Looked very clean and confident.
So starting with different stars. Surprised doing... I mean, you would think he would do lava boost first going into the volcano, but opting for the volcano, which again I can understand because, you know, there's an invis wall there, and you might just want to get that out of the way as well. But, you know, going for lava boost right away, so getting both of them out of the way first.
Yeah, from like a more practical standpoint, it's like I would say it's better to do lava boost first, because if you like mess it up, you can kind of still recover with elevator tour as a backup, because you can't really back up a failed elevator tour with lava boost. Triple jump lava boost for Super Viper, very safe.
I think he messed it up and then went for the backup.
I guess so.
But no deaths.
I totally forget how to do the triple jump way now.
Yeah, so triple jump it's actually a bit complicated. But
Benji missed a couple red.
No deaths, so that's important.
Yeah. So Super Viper and Benji just kind of rolling along lethal lava land. Both of them having gotten lava boost out of the way.
Oof. Benji pulling a punky.
Side.
Can't enter LLL.
Right, so Benji gonna try to take care of these bullies.
Okay, doing the triples first.
Yeah.
Ground pound
This is
around.
the one, not too much of an issue.
So you can either kill those bullies with a ground pound or a single jump. I tend to prefer the single jump because the ground pound. What tends to happen a lot with the ground pound is that a lot of people backflip, and that creates it causes a lot of issues when you backflip. So I tend to it's much safer going for the single jump, but it's probably also it's harder to understand. So ground pound
because like even if you like if you get like 2 of the bullies with a single jump, you can still somehow get that third with a ground pound because like if you have like an extra action midair, you can kick a ground pound.
Right. But you could say too that the ground pound has a lot more frames of active frames, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's your
and
preference.
the bullies can even like push you while you're in the ground pound animation, but you'll still knock them off.
Yep.
Kind of cool how that works.
Okay,
SuperViper,
so no
a bit sketchy angle.
No invis wall for either of them. That's always refreshing. But Benji,
bit of a kamikaze with the big bully.
Can't fall down here. What's it? Okay, good to go.
Yeah, 3 HP.
Both of them seemingly good LLLs. No major mistakes. Few small ones. But yeah, again, keeping the consistency going, playing really, really well so far.
I just want to mention, Benji has save and continued after like every star in this race. Like he
I
does not want
noticed that.
to save and quit.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just doesn't continue without save.
I'm sure he does in a normal run, but in a PB attempt, you can always reset. But in a race, like you could lose like a minute to a save and quit, where by saving and continuing, you probably only lose like 5 to 10 seconds, which is a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I can see why he'd want to do that.
It's a bit tough to say
because but like it's pretty rare to see people not go for the continue don't save after the star, but it's something worth pointing out. If you haven't run the game before, it is faster to select continue without saving.
Right. Benji did mess at the triple jump box jump a little bit, but really good backup. Kept his composure and just pulled it off.
Yeah, if he had a bad angle, he could have fallen in the ocean or like the water in the cavern.
Missing Christmas Miracle at Christmas times, never a good sign. But decent backup. A little bit of a rough HMC. SuperViper is actually probably caught up quite a bit now. I won't be surprised if they're very close. Because those 2 mistakes Benji made probably added to around 6 seconds. So we'll see. Because they're doing this different star order, but it's interesting. We'll see who actually is ahead after HMC is done.
Yeah, I think it's still Benji, but not by much. SuperViper looking to get that switch hit. He had a pretty high wall kick. Okay, no. I'm wrong, but about like everything I said, like, ooh, I think he's got this canvas, missed it, That looks like a good wall kick. Nope. Commentator does not know what he's talking about. Just kind of makes random assumptions. It's kind of like, a stop clock is right like twice a day. Like if I just say, and he's got it, so eventually he'll actually get it. But, it's actually not like they mistakes cancel out. It's about a 5-second loss either way. Benji rocking up amazing emergency exit. SuperViper rolling rocks. Pretty easy stars. The only thing that can really get you is rock RNG, but not a problem.
So Benji with pretty much the same lead as he had when they entered basement. It's pretty crazy, like the almost exact comparison. So they're both, interesting. They're doing pretty much the slowest route that exists for 70 star. CCM 18 HNC first, and SL Reds. I assume they're going to be doing.
Yeah, because like if you're doing HMC early, like why would you risk like the CCM 18 then? Why not do Toxic Maze or THI Reds even, something like that?
Right.
It's about an 8-second lead for Benji.
Going back to the old days with the Siglemic route and old Punky route back in 2014. And Benji isn't continuing without saving either. So playing very safe and actually losing probably close to about 20 seconds in routing and losing time from saving and stuff like that. But they seem to they're both in the same route, so they're equally losing the same amount of time. It's more fair. and it's all
Yeah.
about the execution at this point.
It's kind of nice to see them actually like do the exact same route if it is like a little like unexpected.
Yeah. 15 to 20 seconds lost. Not really sure, but so Benji missed a swing there, I believe. It can actually.
SuperViper taking a very wide turn. Like look at how far he is from the chest. Pretty much like
Yeah.
the
Playing
wall.
safe there. Because sometimes if you turn too early, you could open the chest from behind, and you go around the chest, which loses quite a bit of time because you get sucked in by the tornado. And Benji missing a swim by the tornado there actually is worse too, because when you miss a swim, not only do you lose the speed, but the tornado kind of pulls you back a bit. Okay, so you probably won't see a front sub from either of these, I'm assuming.
Benji missing
Benji.
another swim here. Get
Missing
that back sub lag reduction.
Yeah, both seeming to do the normal fin strat.
Yeah. If you guys want to check out our sponsor, Vi.gg, you can bet on this race and others in the Super Mario Odyssey any percent and the Super Metroid any percent by typing !bet in the comments. You can also click the panel on the description of our Twitch page or kind of visit their website. PvP betting on these 3 tournaments to help out our sponsor and maybe have a good time. So yeah, if you are of legal age in a country where it's legal, check them out. Manta here for Benji. Almost missed that second ring. I was a bit scared, but he's got him. Super Viper between first 2. Reducing a bit of lag, it seems. Manta is pretty laggy.
Both of them seemingly equal gameplay.
Yeah.
Same cameras, same strats.
Just a mirror. Alright, but now we're going to the Fire Sea. Really pivotal point of the run here. Benji and Super Viper are going to go for that lava boost early, Ellies. You never know what can happen. So many things that can go wrong, but everything has to go right to make this cycle. Super Viper already killing with the burn. Benji on good pace, still can't even nail the cage movement. Barely got that red, but he misses the wall kick. Early cycle is dead for him now. Super Viper coming up the pole. Gonna have to turn on in this cage, bursting up against the side of it, losing even more time. Normal cycle still on the cards. Almost missed that third red as well. This is crazy. Super Viper has to get it together. Benji also needs to get the red beneath the elevator. And it's going to have to kind of wait for it as well.
Okay, so Benji ran possibly late.
Oh no, Super Viper! He's trapped under the moving diamond blocks. And he's dead. Benji, he could have gone for like a lava boost. I don't know what he's doing. Like he should have just long jumped as if he's doing lava boost early Ellies, but for normal cycle. But making a kind of a late normal cycle as well. Not a good ending to boot Super Viper. Second try a lava boost now. Can he nail it? Benji also getting burned on the ending here. Fire Sea is full of spaghetti for both of them. It's a sea of sauce.
Benji, what are you doing? Benji's freaking out, doesn't know what to do.
The run's been fried. It's been burnt to a crisp. Mario's bottom is feeling the pain.
Cannot believe what I'm seeing. Super Viper dying.
Wow.
And messing up again. This is huge. This is a big play for Benji. Pausing randomly. What was that? Benji, you could see that he's freaking out. Pausing randomly, not moving, staying still. Doesn't know what to do. But Super Viper in an even worse situation. Dying and then getting normal cycle. Wow. Okay, so this is what do I say? I mean, it's a pivotal moment for Benji. Benji has to try his best to keep his calm and keep his cool from now until the end, and just keep playing how he is, and keep the lead. And Super Viper has to do that and even more. Benji missed a throw. Oh, okay.
Or like he didn't throw Bowser far enough. It was just like a slow throw. Wow, Benji. Okay, it's kind of funny. I was actually about to mention before we got some message in the Discord chat. Like, if you're not watching the restream, you know, Benji could have thought that like that Fire Sea was like terrible and that like ruined his chances, but he, you know, he didn't know that he was actually ahead of Super Viper coming out of Fire Sea. I mean, with all that said, Super Viper lost a good bit more time. He's probably about 30 seconds behind now because of that death. It's just such a unfortunate way to lose that kind of time. Just Fire Sea this stage does kind of determine if your run is good or not, and that little like horizontal platform part can just trap you and kill you, and there's really nothing you can do if that happens. Benji
Okay,
with some
so
Mario Cam movement, a bit interesting. Gonna chase on that last coin, but gotta get these before they disappear.
that was close. So I didn't see the times leaving Bowser, but I mean, quite a sizable lead nonetheless. I mean, a death and fire scene, then normal cycle. Benji thinking it's Benji posted a message in Discord thinking that it was over after he had such a bad fire scene, not knowing Super Viper took a fall and visited hell for a second. But he has a sizable lead, he just doesn't know it. So hopefully he just, stays calm and keeps playing, and then Super Viper has to perform miracles and hope that Benji does not perform miracles if he wants a chance to win.
I mean,
this
there's a lot of
race.
race left, and it's not even a minute lead. Like, I mean, obviously 30 or 40 seconds is a lot, but it's not something that couldn't change.
Benji,
Oh, Benji!
Benji,
This is one thing that could change. He's taking a massive
don't
fall
pause.
damage. Has to shake it off here. Go for the backup. Can he get these wall kicks?
I swear, I'm gonna have an. I'm gonna.
Oh no!
Oh, please get up here, Benji. Okay, good to go. Nothing serious. I swear, we gotta have an intervention with these runners one day, man. Bread runners, like, all these runners rage pausing and losing so much time. They need to stop this. This meme has to stop. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, rage
All the pausing
is
it's just gonna make you lose
good.
more time. Runners need to get that out of their head and just keep playing.
Also, I
Benji,
find that the people who do rage pause a lot aren't the people with like the best mentality to like get back in the race after making mistakes. Because like, I think like when you're kind of doing that, you almost like admitting failure almost, where you never want to give up. It's a race, and the race is definitely alive for both of these runners here in Wedge Dry World. Benji with a big fall, Super Viper wrapping up his 100 coin, but then they'll both be on 42 stars after this, so this is not that much of a lead at all anymore.
Right.
Benji falling down again. Elevators.
I mean, once he's in the elevator, he's
At least he didn't fall through the elevator shaft. Is I guess what we can at least take from that.
I know that he is. I could feel what he's feeling. He's feeling the nerves. He's feeling, making the more mistakes he made, the more nerves you feel as well. So he's trying to keep it together, and it's the hard part. But he just needs to keep strong. And honestly, I think Super Viper is in a better position because when you're behind, it's kind of like a reassurance that, okay, I have no choice but to just play as best as I can and nothing else. But when you're ahead, it's like
left to lose.
Yeah, when you're ahead, it's like you have to keep thinking, oh gosh, I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to lose this lead. Among other things you're thinking about. So it's like, what do you... Sometimes you go out of control.
I'm gonna... Okay, actually, you're gonna take care. Yeah, both the runners being a bit active in the Discord, kind of voicing their laments or whatever.
You can tell that they're both nervous, wanting to know where the other is. But
pretty
it's
tilted, and very anxious about how they're gonna fare the rest of this.
Gotta focus on the gameplay here. Right, well, yeah, I mean, the lead is small again. Benji didn't have a good at Wet Dry World. And Super Viper's right on his tail again. That's crazy, the amount of time he saved. Again, back to the same difference like they had after Basement. About
pretty much, actually.
Yep, it's all over again.
Super Viper was overall a bit more consistent throughout the run, but just that death after spending like quite a bit of time in Fire Seat was huge. Benji with a ledge grab on his secret star. A bit scary. Super Viper also. Who knew? Now, like, I think with the way things are going, Super Viper, like you said, might have a better time shaking this stuff off. For Benji, it's been like a larger number of mistakes that have lost him like a lot of time, but Super Viper's just lost him like such a huge chunk where it's like you kind of almost just like forget about it and move on. Benji trying to like redeem himself in THI though. I think doing some of these stars well might be a bit of a confidence boost. He's playing pretty solid.
Okay. Solid THIs on both so far. Super Viper, a little mistake in secrets, but just a second or two. THI is quite an easy stage for 70 star. The only thing that could be challenging is secret star, but it's a pretty solid short stage, nothing to worry about. TTM, on the other hand, is a killer. It's one of the monsters.
Yeah.
But if you don't do
I think-
breezeless, it makes it considerably easier, I would say, but still quite a challenging stage.
To run at a high level, you have to do like breezeless to really fast reds, you know, very good mountain clips and log wall kicks. Like I think with 120 star, because like I haven't run it, but like upstairs is like maybe a bit harder, but it's also a lot slower. Like in 70 star they kind of just come fast and then it's over. Upstairs is only like 10 minutes at a high level, like those 4 stages. Or TTM, and I guess LOL and TTM are kind of in the same boat where just kind of the 70 unique things like red coins and lava boost actually makes it a bit more stressful, like in the context of the other stages, where in 120 it's kind of like just another stage. I mean, TTM is hard in 120 anyway, but in 70 it's like probably one of the scariest. Benji with a bit of a safety ledge grab for the side flip dive. Grab that star. Super Viper saving a bit of time with that wall kick.
You could see the time getting closer and closer, and when Benji finally not saving a little bit of time. This is close. This is
yeah, we have a real race now. You know, it doesn't matter
seconds.
that they're not on like 49 or 50 pace right now. You know, we didn't really see the A game come out in their Fire C, but what really comes down to is who actually. I'd say like overall this race is probably a B game, but yeah, definitely not for Fire C in particular.
Another small mistake from Benji.
Yeah, Super Viper probably only 5 seconds behind now. Like a snake, he's slithering up.
Look at that. Only 3-second difference now.
Oh, only
every
3
star
now.
is getting closer and closer.
Super Viper gonna try to take care of the box. Do you have a preference for the Mario or Lakitu cam for that? Is there any difference?
I personally do not understand that Mario cam. I have no clue why people do that Mario cam strat for the box star. I mean, you could simply just use the Lakitu cam and hold right notch, and you get it every time.
Yeah.
So it seems a lot more complicated and necessary, but I know it's more of an older thing. I think a lot of older players used to do that Mario cam strat. So, I mean, it's just preference at the end of the day.
Benji had a bit of a scary, well, I mean, the scary streams were a bit scary. The actual coin maze went pretty well, but
That's good.
like, when he did his long jump, he actually didn't, like, come out of it with the dive. He, like, stopped and then did, like, single jumps to the other mushrooms. Like, you know, you can tell, like, that's when you really don't want to fail it, but at the same time, if you kind of lose your momentum or, like, you miscalculate a jump, you'll, like, not make it to a mushroom or something, or like increase your chance of actually dying. Yep. Benji going for the box in the Lakitu cam, so a bit of a difference, but you know he rolls on the start just the same. It's no different. Viper gonna finish up TTM only a few seconds behind.
So both of them having again almost mirrored gameplay from THI till now. I mean, the only difference for this entire race. The real difference in gameplay that you could see was Fire C and Wet Dry World probably. This whole race is crazy close. Benji, this is a game changer mistake. Super Viper.
Oh, that's actually a bigger mistake. Super Viper has taken the lead here in Snowman's Land. Just a couple seconds over Benji, but there you go. Well, I think what you're saying is like the Fire C was for Super Viper, but Benji also failed the 100 coin and the elevator in Wet Dry World, so like they kind of canceled out and we just kind of ended up back where we were. But Super Viper has slowly but surely gaining a few seconds like per stage, or like even just being on par with Benji, and kind of kept a minute. Missing the ground pound, but you know, a lot worse can happen. Snowman's Lane is not that hard outside of Snowman's Head. Unless you try to go for like single star strats.
It seriously reminds me of the race last night with me and Punky. It's the exact same scenario. Very close for the entire race. And you know what? I was thinking that would happen with these two runners because these two runners are very, very, very close in skill and consistency. SuperViper making a little mistake on the hill.
Not rolling out under the box either.
Yeah, not having the best SL, either of them. But SuperViper is still probably ahead, just a tad.
Yeah, I'm so nervous for both of them, just sweating it out in the commentator booth here, seeing them go for snowmen, saying things that are pretty routine, but a ton of pressure on their shoulders. Can they handle it? It's a big test of runners' mentality and their endurance. They try to stick through a run where they know they've been making tons of mistakes and see if they can actually pull together a clean third act, if you will.
Okay, so if SuperViper does a chill with the big bully, this means that they're tied. Look at this. They're almost tied.
Wow.
Well,
Benji with...
Okay, so we have a race. We have a race
and
once
we are
again.
Completely synced. Could you believe it? I would not have imagined that at this late in the run, it would be as close as this. You know, Cheesy were saying it could be close, it could be a blowout. Well, if one of them played their A game, we'd probably be seeing a blowout, but it is actually close right now. Both of them grabbing the bully star.
And look at that. So it's Viper actually pulling ahead from the big bully star. So SuperViper ahead by frames. Going to the 50 star though. This is incredible.
To actually go up to Tippy like this rather than
having to go benjii going ahead now.
It's ridiculous. Like, if you actually watch them go through HMC, you'll probably see like a 5-second difference, but they're going through the door at the exact same time. And it's like every tiny change in movement could flip the lead. And you saw SuperViper with cleaner castle movement do the trick. You know, what will he do for lack to bounce here?
You can
feel for swinging in the breeze, not attempting to show a wall kick. Maybe he didn't like his kind of camera setup or something.
You could feel the tension in their fingertips. In their brain holes. SuperViper nailing, Blackity bounce. benjii doing the easiest star first.
SuperViper trying to take a deep breath after getting Cruiser crossing the rainbow. A really difficult star. Racers in the Discord realizing they are tied. The level of anxiety is up to a 10. The lights are flashing. The alarm bells are ringing. It's panic and pandemonium here in Tippy. Rainbow Ride threatens to destroy everything that they work for this entire tournament. But so far they're holding it together. SuperViper and benjii with 60 stars. benjii, it looks like he's a bit ahead, but they've gone for different star orders. benjii still has to take care of the big elephant, Lakitu bounce. Can he get it? There he goes, jumping on top of the Lakitu. All he's got to do is grab the pull, now spamming B. He's got it. Coming up for the ending. Not risking the wall kicks. Can't blame him. SuperViper did not either. Not even trying to go for the kick. Just playing it very safe. Getting that start in sync. Here we go.
In sync once again.
SuperViper is actually in the lead because benjii has to do reds and SuperViper has to do triangles, I think.
benjii with the really slow container, that's safe. No, they both have to do reds.
Okay. So they are tied.
So yeah, once again, who's surprised? Let's see who has a faster.
benjii taking the lead with that mistake from SuperViper as well.
SuperViper
He's trying to do the backup here. That would have been cool, but he's trying to do like a double wall kick, so he didn't have to actually ledge grab and do it that way. benjii, in the meanwhile, taking a pretty safe coin maze, but well ahead of SuperViper here, pulling a little bit into the lead. Could you believe it, Cheese? What are we witnessing?
A race of the century. But in saying that, we have the master of all deaths and killers, TTC. So we'll see what happens now. benjii with about 6-second lead, 5-6-second lead, and here it is, TTC 100. It's my
100 coin,
my personal kryptonite, as you guys know. But we'll see what happens with these guys.
Of 70 star benjii. not skipping the ledge grab, something Super Viper could make up a couple seconds off. He's not actually trying to skip the ledge grab either. I actually don't think it's that difficult. Oh no, Benji's fallen off and he's dead! He's gonna have to restart the 100 coin. Super Viper takes into the lead, swinging for the fences. Benji falling to his death.
I'm not really sure. I don't know what to say. I'm not 100% sure what Benji tried to do there. I feel like he just got nervous and yeah, or maybe he didn't hold back enough, or because a lot of times when you're that nervous, you don't think about how high you're jumping or if you're holding back enough or whatever, depending on the situation, and because you think
test that on TTC, like trying to learn like the timing triple jump wall kicks. Like I get them every time in practice, but in a run, like I'm not actually thinking of like pressing A in the same way. So like it took me like a lot longer to actually get it in a run than it did to actually like do it while in practice. But that goes for a lot of things. Super Viper actually pulling out a good 100 coin. Benji still has 30 more coins to get 3 boxes. Not huge. The death was costly, but it's not over for him. Super Viper could still make a ton of mistakes. That's only 1 star, and he's got 6 more to get, or 5 more in Toad.
Viper wasn't expecting
he missed
time
yeah, I guess. Oh no, Viper! He's fallen as well. Double deaths in TTC. Like you said earlier, they're just going tit for tat, each making a mistake to counter the other. Super Viper not even waiting for that time stop. He's gonna go for a triple jump wall kick here.
Oh, man.
No, he's messed it up with a punch instead of a kick. He can't even do anything. Trying to go for moving reds. Now it's really dire for Super Viper. Benji can take the lead. Super Viper pulling out this backup, though. He looks like he's practiced this at least. 6 red coins. Can he land it? 7, 8, and there he goes, moving reds for Super Viper to keep himself in the lead. If he had failed that, Benji would have probably taken a really big lead. I don't know what he would have done in that situation.
My heart. Okay,
but they are tied.
Viper still has a lead because he did the longer star, and Viper did the shorter star. So Viper still has a little bit.
They're about tied, but maybe Super Viper has a small lead. It is hard to say. TikTok clock is getting that. I can't even find words to describe it. They're getting that sim clap emote right now. I would say is the best thing to put on that.
I'm not used to
slap in the face.
Far less this kind of race. Oh man. Okay.
He's one to always say like in the Discord if he's restreaming that he's like screaming and crying and stuff. But like actually having him in the booth here, you can feel the tension. Benji and Super Viper going for triple jump wall kicks in sync. Triple
out.
Pendulums for both actually. Super Viper taking the lead once again, or actually, yeah, he would be in the lead because he already got reds out of the way.
Yeah, Viper's still in the lead. Benji still has to do reds. Benji and Viper has the shortest star, so it's a little bit of a lead. They still have to do the other one as well, time jumps and moving bars. But I mean,
Super Viper wants to go with a punch, losing the cycle. It's inconceivable that the same mistake could happen again. A mental battle, a war of attrition. Benji struggling to get up for time jumps on moving bars here.
Okay, so the reason why this is so confusing because normally every runner who starts in TTC for time moving, they would hold A, because in this game, if you enter a stage and you hold A, you can buffer a jump kick, and it's 100% consistent. So it's clear that Viper is either not buffering the jump kick, which I won't see why he wouldn't, or he's somehow letting go of A before pressing B, which probably to me just seems like a nervous thing. Either way, it's very, very, very awkward mistake. But Benji, does he have the lead? I don't think so. I think they're tied again. Benji.
Super Viper has the lead. I'm shocked.
This is crazy. 4-second difference.
Just... oh my god. It's down to bits here. It's Toad, it's Sky, and it's Throws.
Yep.
This lead is nothing. They might as well be tied frame for frame at this point.
I'm more nervous than when I'm on more like a pace going in the Sky.
Alright, just imagine you're doing these throws then and you'll overcome the mental barrier, I guess.
This is too crazy. So
Super Viper in his bits. Benji right on his tail. Neither of them want to go home. They fought so hard to get here. But one mistake, his Finley's triple jump dive would seal the deal. Super Viper making it. Benji, it's not a guarantee even at this level. Playing it safe. Super Viper, we'll see if he goes for triple jump wall kick. He's got to be feeling the pressure. He knows the lead is tight. He knows his need is dire, and he's got to pull it out. Benji falling down the ramp. Super Viper making his triple jump wall kick. He's in the lead here, going up for the final cycle. As long as he doesn't make a drastic mistake, he'll be in the lead going into the pipe. Goomba's so far out of the way. Super Viper couldn't have asked for a more helpful RNG pattern, and he's into the pipe now. It's all down to throws. Benji trying to get this left side triple jump wall kick as well.
Benji finally taking it. Oh, alright, Viper has to miss about 2 throws for Benji to have a chance here.
And the first one is wide for Viper.
Okay, so Benji
in the pipe here. Super Viper probably cannot miss another one. If Benji has... Oh, there's a second miss for Viper! Benji! Getting his throws started off. They're pretty much tied. Almost in sync. Benji with an opportunity to win the game with perfect throws. There's one. Super Viper with extra spins. That could cost him at this point. Benji spinning around for 2. There he goes. One more throw to get Super Viper getting a second. Benji spinning around. Can he hit this one on the mark? And there he goes. Benji gonna get the win. Are you kidding me? Super Viper hitting is getting a low 52. Benji closing out an even lower 52. Can you believe it? Incredible, seems unthinkable. I can't even describe what I'm seeing right now. What incredible moment we've seen here in the quarterfinal. Only on Twitch.tv/Speedrun. Only a GSA race. Could you see this action? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Benji, congratulations on the win. So many times in the chat, you thought it was over, but I'm just very proud, of seeing how you played both these runners. Not to discount Super Viper, but it took a lot of strength and mentality to finish out the run like you did. Even with all the mistakes in Sky, you had to hit 3 perfect throws.
Listen, if this is what commentary is like, I quit. I can't do this anymore. It's too much sauce for me, man. Hello, Benji. Welcome. How are you feeling, Benji?
Dude, I'm so... My mic broke
I need some water.
Like every race. I mean, yeah, it was a very close race. I think it's the closest race. I don't know.
Well, Benji, I mean, all I gotta say is that, as you can see, never give up, because you never know what's gonna happen. I know at some points in the race you were freaking out, and you were thinking, oh, it's over, And, it's normal to feel that, but you never know who's gonna win, and you always gotta just play as good as you can, because you never know what could happen, as you could see. So good job on the win.
Yeah.
And man, that's some hard luck for Viper. Really good fight.
Super Viper. I'm sure he'll be watching the VOD at some point. I just want to let him know we're all very impressed with how you've done in all these tournaments, making it to the quarterfinals again. It's no small feat. It was an honor to commentate this insane battle. And, we're happy to have you. Don't feel too down. I'm sure you'll be back.
Yeah. And good stuff, Benji. Good luck in the semifinals against, I believe it's Punkay.
Punkay.
Yeah, Punkay.
Yeah, I mean, well, it'll be tough, but like I said, I got a mid 51 yesterday. So anything can happen to any player, one big mistake, and you never know. So I guess my advice, play as hard as you can, and just focus on performing, so you never know who would win. But anything else you have to say before we wrap up?
No.
Any words of wisdom? Any shout outs for the fans watching?
No, I can't think anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
alright. Get some rest,
because I was so sure that they're gonna lose that. When I died quickly so many times.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
This
Thanks for the race, and GG to Super Viper.
Of course, congrats, and we'll see you at the semifinal.
Yeah, see you.
All right.
Bye, Benji.
So, up next, guys, we have a Super Mario Odyssey race with Sign LP versus Swift Zay. Losers round 3. Stay tuned for that. And thank
I'll
you
be
for watching,
commentating.
guys. Oh, great. Bedronis. And is it just you?
No,
Okay.
I don't know.
Seems like...
We're gonna go right ahead in the transition. Thank you, T, so much. It's an honor, Dad.
Yeah, of course. I enjoyed this a lot. I might be signing up for more commentary. Man, first time commentating, and it was the craziest race of all time. Didn't expect this, but yeah, thanks again for watching. And yeah, see you guys later. Going off to the intermission. Peace out.